Alright, alright, alright. It's your boy, Wumbus. Watch me be bad at stuff. Going again with more Dark Souls 2. No surprise there. We are trying to actually get through this grind and be done here, so that's what we're on right now. Let me finish one of the best soundtracks in gaming so that we can hear the, beautiful flapping of wings. Hit him with a righty-ho. What's up? Alrighty. But yeah, we're back in the flow of it, just because, we gotta get somewhere with it, right? Ooh-wee. The lizard stave. Let me just double check streams up and running. Everything's good on my end. I kind of had to hop off work and get over here immediately, so it was an uphill battle thus far. Alrighty, looks like we are live and good to go. Alright. Well, anyway, if you haven't joined us for the last few, we are grinding to 99 Souls of a Great Hero from this bonfire so that we can meet the getting 3 million souls requirement in New Game Plus Plus to get past the Shrine of Winter so that we can just run to Wellager and be done. That being said, there are still some errands we'll have to run when we get to New Game Plus because we got to get a Fragrant Branch of Yore to get past Rosabeth being imprisoned. But that is going to be pretty much it. Is going to be scrambling for a Fragrant Branch of Yore and then bailing. I have considered getting good. It is not necessarily my strong suit, but I have perseverance, and that's all I'm really grinding for. How's it going to Trace? How's it doing? I'm going to say my get goodness can definitely be called into question. I've heard of Mortal Shell. I've not played it. Again, not for lack of trying or anything like that, but I watched another channel called Press Continue has made some Mortal Shell stuff. That's kind of fantastic, actually. I'm happy that they're at least aware enough of their own Souls-like meta to put a reference like that in there. I'll have to check it out. Like I said, I've seen gameplay of it. It looks really cool. I've heard it is a good game in this vein. And with Neo 3 coming out and everything, I'm kind of tempted. I beat the original Neo forever ago, and then in the time period when I was transitioning between playing on my PlayStation and mostly playing on Steam, Neo 2 came out, and I was like, I don't want to buy it on PlayStation because I'm switching over, but I don't want to buy it on the computer because I don't know if I'm going to do that yet. And it was just a whole thing. I just realized my little strap for my camera's hanging in the way of the game. Sorry if you're going to get a little camera jiggle, but here we go. So, I definitely want to branch out and do more Souls-likes. I like playing other games other than Souls games. It's just, once you start playing Souls games, it kind of becomes its own obsession. What am I doing? I need to burn a bonfire aesthetic. I'm 100% sure I could beat any of the bosses on New Game Plus Plus. That's not technically what I'm concerned about. I just think it would be funny if I roll into New Game Plus Plus and have literally nothing to do. All right, we have one errand we need to run and then we leave. And then we're done. Plus, we've already got this to bonfire intensity 57 or something like that. So we're too deep now to quit. That explosion's gonna hit me. Oh, it didn't. Hey, look at me. It's something like that. It's real high. I'll show you whenever we go back to the bonfire next. But like I said, to get 99 Souls of a Great Hero, I'm gonna get the bonfire intensity to 101. So we're just moving along. Yeah, this is technically a grinding stream, if that was something you were interested in. Of course, this guy. I'm not killing every lizard just because, like, who has time for that? But I'm going through and getting a couple because I have a contingency just in case we don't end up having enough souls. If I end up having to go, like, into No Man's Wharf to get... I think I'm probably just going to grab the Fragrant Branch of York from No Man's Wharf, and we'll just go talk to Gavlan and just sell him literally everything, because whatever. That was, like, my goal plan. I'm killing those 2 lizards because for New Game Plus Plus, I'm going to respec again and do... I'm just going to dump everything into Intelligence and see what happens. And so to that end, I was killing that one lizard because it drops a Twinkling Titanite. And then I'm killing that other lizard because we're up here and why not? But like I said, it's all kind of in an effort... Ah, dang it. All right. It's all in an effort to have stuff to sell to Gavlan should we need to. I do enjoy Dark Souls 2. My favorite Dark Souls game is Dark Souls 1, but... 2 is probably... It is my second favorite game that has Dark Souls in the title, I guess. I was like, technically, Dark Souls 1 or Bloodborne are my favorites, per se, but Dark Souls 2 is pretty good. Yeah, Dark Souls 1 is absolutely a masterpiece of gaming. I genuinely think people should play the remaster, admittedly. A lot of things are better in the remaster, but... Oh, yeah, for sure. Dark Souls 2 just has a really unique, like, approach to it. And I like all the stuff they tried. And, like, you can tell some stuff's experimental and it gets weird. But, like, there's a lot to this game where it was like, I see what y'all were trying to do, and I like that. I mean, so much so that they kept a bunch of stuff from this game, including, like, all the build differences and quality and all the unique weapons and the way the DLCs are introduced and all that. They kept that kind of stuff in Elden Ring. So, like, clearly FromSoft likes it, too. I feel like Dark Souls 3 is a little bit too linear for my liking. I mean, it doesn't help that my first FromSoft game was Bloodborne. So if I want to play a fast, like, FromSoft game... Like, I just play Bloodborne. But, like, I appreciate Dark Souls 3 for, like, the challenge. But, yeah, it's too linear, and I kind of prefer that... my camera blinked again. Hang on 1 second. Having some, like, mild tech issues with my camera. It's being weird. I don't know. But... yeah, Dark Souls 3 looks like Zack Snyder directed it. And that's like a huge bummer, admittedly. Dude, lock on to the actual enemy, please. Yeah, admittedly, I probably should stop grinding this lizard just because, like, it's not really contributing a whole lot. And, like, I don't need to pick up that Dark Knight Stone either, but... really what we're up here for is the Soul of a Brave Warrior, just because another poppable just means that we'll get closer to the 3 million you need for the Shrine of Winter in New Game Plus Plus, but... yeah, God, Lord knows how many I have at this point. Let's see, I have 58 Souls of a Great Hero, so we're pretty far along on that. As far as upgrade materials... let's see, I have 42 Titanite slabs and 95 large Titanite shards. So, you know, we've been here for a minute. We've got 30 Dark Knight stones now. Like, I have plenty. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't think we're going to be hurting to sell stuff to Gavlan. It's just, you know, I'm there. Why not? Like, as I've said a couple of times in this, I deeply wish there was, like, a Framped NPC where you could sell, where you could, like, not sell, but, like, break down material, just in case. Yeah, and, I mean, Gavlan is clearly the best NPC in this game, and we haven't talked to him at all this cycle, because I was like, it'll be better for us to not go and sell stuff to him, because the more stuff I have to sell to him in New Game Plus Plus, the less grinding I have to do, so... That was my whole thought on this. I've clearly like planned this out a little bit too much, but admittedly I did kind of go into this with like no real plan. I was just like, let's see how annoying it is to get all the trophies in this game glitchless. Like the only thing that I would consider like kind of scummy that I did was I used Task Manager to grind for the Mad Warrior summon, because you have to kill him 30 times. Did we actually burn a bonfire aesthetic? Yeah, we did. Okay. I was like, Lord. That was like the only thing I did that was like even remotely like outside of the purview of the game, was just watching Task Manager to see whenever it spiked to see if that NPC had spawned in. Everything else I've tried to do without glitches or anything specific. Like, we've done some cheeses, but like that's built into the game. I don't feel bad about that. But like I made Dragon Rider fall off the ledge in New Game and New Game Plus, just because that's something they programmed in the game. And the reason I'm killing this lizard specifically is because everything I want to do in New Game Plus Plus needs Twinkling Titanite to upgrade, and it's really annoying. But yeah, to be honest, I think we're just kind of done worrying about any of that. Here, we'll pick this up and just go back to the bonfire. Yeah, if you just run and pick up that poppable, it adds like 10 seconds to this cycle. Which, don't get me wrong, if you're doing it 100 times is, 1,000 seconds. So it's like 10 minutes of my life. 15 minutes of my life. Like, whatever. I held B. We gotta go through here. I'm actually gonna go around just because, I mean, if we're grinding that one thing for a Titanite chunk, or for a twinkling Titanite, we might as well just make the loop, get this one, and then come around. But yeah, come to find out, if you hold B on zip lines, it makes you go faster. Did not realize that was a thing. But tapping B is what makes you drop. So if you hold B even remotely, it just makes you go faster instead of dropping. So that was a real fun bit of figuring this out. Okay. Anyway. Alrighty. One more time. Beatsy's over the ledge. Got it. Sweet. 59. Good God. I've only got to do this 40 more times. It's fine. We're on the back slope now. Yeah, I've undershot it before, so like that was my like paranoia. But yeah, you can do a jump attack so that you don't roll. You're very correct about that. Let's see. Sweet. There we go. Again, don't know why I haven't been R2ing this dude, just because the R2s are a little faster than the R1s, but again, we just said I don't mind about wasting 15 minutes of my life doing this 100 times, so what's the difference? Also, I know I don't have to kill that guy, but 1,400 souls is a lot, and we're upgrading a lot of stuff right now, so might as well. Ugh. Alrighty. Up here. Grab the poppable. Grab the poppable. Okay. And out. But yeah, this is kind of where I've been for the last, like, 2 streams. Was making this happen. Because, again, I had it in my head that it would be really satisfying to basically have to do nothing in New Game Plus Plus. And once I make a decision like that, I'm pretty committed. So here we are. Ooh, see? I almost undershoot it, and, like, that's what I'm paranoid about. But, I mean, it's precarious either way, so... Okay, burn another bonfire aesthetic. But yeah, this particular bonfire has that soul relatively close at hand, and then the a bonfire aesthetic you can pick up, so you can just kind of infinitely loop the bonfire aesthetic and get as many of those souls as you want. Awesome. Wow. That sucked. Good lord. Attacked too early and got punished for it. My punishment was my time. I'm stuck in a prison of my own creation. Who'd have thought? Grab that. Alright, but like on our new game we did all bosses, so like, wow, okay. You know what? That lizard gets to live. If my sword's just going to decide to go wherever it wants, we're going to let that lizard live. Alright. Not like I haven't killed that lizard 60 times at this point, so... Alas. But yeah, admittedly, I learned about this, like, little loop here, watching another, like, Souls YouTuber, Yumfa. I think it's YMFAH. A lot of reading, a lot less talking, but specifically the series that he, like, showcases this. I fucking hate this shit. The series where he particularly showcases this loop is actually, like, AI voiced, which is funny. I kind of touched on it in the last stream, but he makes characters, like, from the show Top Gear, the hosts, go through Dark Souls challenges, and it's very funny. So, as somebody who used to watch Top Gear when it was coming out and they were on it, big laughs. Hey, right on it. There we go. But yeah, that's the loop. This is where we've been hanging out. But yeah, I do want to see where we're at. 65. So, bonfire intensity 65. Again, it doesn't get any harder past 7. So, 65 is no different than New Game plus 7. But, it has been a hoot. And again, we just kill this guy just because he's, like, conveniently placed, and 1,400 souls 100 times is a decent amount of souls, so why not? Dude, where are these sword swipes deciding to go? Ah, lovely. I don't remember how many twinklings I had, but I'm starting to think that I don't care. Like, good lord. I think we have everything we need beyond that, so we're just going to come start getting this. That way we can just be done all the sooner. Because literally, what, there's 3 bosses between us and finishing the game and going to New Game Plus Plus? And that's the only thing we're waiting on, so... Let's get a move on. Like, getting through... God, I don't even remember what the actual temple up there is called, but getting through that is not the problem. There we go. Pick up item. Yes, I want to return to bonfire. He was not unlike a madman. What he was unlike was cool. Nah, Vengarl we like. We enjoy Vengarl. What is done cannot be America run no done done. I do have to make that joke at least once per stream. I am obligated. Okay. Congrats. This dude. There we go. Plus, I've got a real bitchin' pine resin collection now from killing those dudes, so. Good lord. We were just talking about you, Ben Girl. Hey, yeah. I'm sure that was fun. I apologize for making a weird straw noise into the mic, but we soldier on. It was one brief moment in our lives, right? Yeah. Okay. We're just not gonna give it to me that time. That's fine. Cool. I wanted to go get this extra twinkling titanite anyway. That guy. And then that dude's just there, ready to go. Although I did have the Forlorn invade me over here at one point, and it was really annoying, so we are keeping that in mind. I don't want to do this every time. Because there's no way off of this little ledge, and the Forlorn's not smart enough to follow you. So there's kind of nothing you can do, and it's like, great. Okay. Yeah, you've got to tap B. Like, if you linger on B at all, it, like, forces you to miss the drop, which is really annoying. See? Paranoid that time. Good lord. This is my nightmare. Ooh-wee. And she real grimy. Because we died a lot testing this, and I'm not using an effigy at this point. Fuck it. Ooh-wee. There we go. Okay. Where are we at? 67? Does that mean we're gonna have the fun number? 64 of those? What is done cannot be undone. Like I said, I'll start a new character. I don't care. Go through this all again, Dark Souls 2. 2 more, and then we get to keep doing 30 more after that. So, like, it's just funny because the sex number. There we go. Spank that guy. Bonfire aesthetic. Keep running. Bad stamina management. Really crushing it over here. Mundane. I think that's totally Dane. What are you talking about? At least it doesn't make you use a fragrant branch of yore every time. That would be untenable. I think that time I would have flown off if I hadn't done the jumping attack. Bail. The thief dagger. Dagger with a crooked tip. Hey, some people just have crooked tips, okay? It doesn't make them any less of a dagger. That may have been TMI, but you know what? I feel like we've grown close, right? What is done cannot be undone. Oh. Can't wait to have a video that's just me saying that 100 times. All right. There we go. Okay, up the little slope. Right around. Pick up. Goodbye. All right. You know what it's time for? The main event. Hiya. I wasn't deeply intending this whole week to be me grinding this particular loop, but it's been 3 days of it. So I think tomorrow we'll do some Balatro, just depending on whether I get this done tonight or not. But are we feeling it, Mr. Krabs? Haha, 69. Anyway. Does that mean we have 67? 66, or actually 3 behind on that. So we'll hit bonfire intensity 102 by the time this is over. Kill that guy. I love that the bridge doesn't cast a shadow, but your character still does. I just noticed that. Watching the vid back today that was posted on YouTube. Okay. You can tell that I'm like both tired but also fresh at doing this because I haven't started completely incoherently rambling to myself. It'll happen. Don't worry. But all right. Well, that was our 69th cycle. And our 67th. So now I guess we will still only go to 101. Because, I don't know. We'll do it until it says we can't anymore. When I close my eyes, my like ring light makes in my eyes is making me like see the Olympic symbol. But yeah, actually, like I said, as we're, rounding the corner on this, and we're nearly done at least. Like I said, the next series will start after we do, we'll probably finish the Chalice dungeons for Bloodborne. And play like some interstitial Balatro in there. Maybe a couple of other just fun little games I want to play. But the next like big line series I intend to start is going to be doing the same thing with Dark Souls 3. So if you want to see how completing Dark Souls 3 is, keep an eye out, because that's what we'll be doing next. Like I said, I do still want to finish going through and talking about the lore and everything in Bloodborne, so we will do that. And then, like I said, I want to get through all the challenges in Balatro with y'all. I want to get better at Balatro before I start taking you on like trips with me on like the quest for Completionist ++, but that will happen in its own time. But like I said, the next main series I had an idea for and wanted to do was completing Dark Souls 3. Mostly so that I can just say I've completed all 3 of them. Okay. Burn a bonfire aesthetic. This dork. Cool. Gonna move on. Once again, the bridge does not cast a shadow, but we do. Very funny. Ooh, pine resin. You know, admittedly, I am kind of tempted to get out the broadsword and just see what it's gonna do at this point. Like I said, it's a raw broadsword, so it's gonna be real rough in damage comparison right now. But that is gonna be like our weapon next. Because we're doing like goofy mage things, it'll be you know, the functional thing we use to be able to like put crystal magic weapon on, really. There we go. Got a little squirrely on that one. We were a little bit the early squirrel. The squirrel of Earl. Yeah, that's a painful drop off right there. I love that it still has like some scaling. Like, that's very funny to me. Okay, and that was, yeah, we just got, so we need to burn an aesthetic. And again, mostly because I just want to see what this damage is going to be like. I'm getting like 26 extra damage from scaling, because our scaling's not great, because we put a raw infusion on it. But these are also enemies much higher damage-wise. I mean, that's still not too bad. Much less stamina cost, so hard to complain about. Still one-shot those dudes. I'm kind of excited to have a weapon that actually has like a usable one-handed attack. You know, just to see what the one-handeds are like. Still one-shot, all right. And we get a dark pine resin for our troubles. Come on, pick up the item, thank you. Okay. Ooh, she gooey. She real undead. Alrighty. Meant to hit the R1, didn't. Worked out anyway. What's up? Like I said, the game does actually kind of give you a little leeway in that, thankfully, but it is somewhat tenuous of a place to land. Yep. What is done cannot be undone. Undone, done, done. The dun, da, dun, dun, dun. And other such songs. This one now, that's what I call music. Okay, 3 hits, one-handed. All right. Okay. You know, I will say, again, I completely agree with the idea that, like, the linearity of Dark Souls 3 kind of ruins it for me. I like all the crazy interconnectedness, especially in Dark Souls 1. But seriously, bro? You know, I'm now in a weird location where you're probably not going to get me anyway, so bye. It's your fault for throwing me into a dragon. You know what? This makes me want to put back on the actual drip for the run. We will Mad Warrior it up. Just because we won't be wearing it a whole lot more after this, unfortunately. And it is cool as shit, so. Predator-looking nightmare thing. Plus, it'll feel good to put back on our actual armor. There we go. And now we can kind of get our ring loadout back on. Sure. All right. +2. And then... what was the other ring we had? Oh, the Chloranthy ring. Yeah. There we go. Ooh, we heavy. We back. All right. EA Sports. It's in the game. Okay. Did we bypass 69 Souls of a Great Hero? I kind of zoned out and was just going through the motions. I believe that's 70, right? 71. Look at me. I am Mr. Meeseeks. Okay. I didn't... yeah, there's no item there. Whee! Oh, that killed us. That's funny. Alright, whatever. As it turns out, wearing all of our heavy armor and everything, that drop does kill us. Well, here we go. Okay. Yes, what is done cannot be undone. Thank you for playing. Yeah, we'll just go get the soul first. It's fine. There we go. Yeah. This warrior seems to be very angry. Some might even say mad. Although, actually, I guess we will do slightly more damage because I actually have the Ring of Blades +2 back on. Or +1 back on. Ooh. The R2s with the two-handed. Yeah, it's just a big swing. You know what? A deep part of me would like to power stance, if only just once. Broken straight swords are probably a little much for those purposes. Mirror greatsword's probably a little much for those purposes. Sure, man. I like to be big pimpin'. I've literally never power stanced in this game because I just didn't find it. Are you kidding? Well, that's on me. Now we gotta go waste time and money in Majula. It's fine. It's not like we don't have the souls. It's not a big deal. It's annoying, but it's not a big deal. That was for me memeing. I've literally never power stanced anything in this game, so. Dude, most of our weight is the sword. Who's shocked? That sword weighs like 1,000 pounds. I mean, Fume Knight was a boss. That's all I can say. Can you? Oh, it was just because I was two-handing my shield. Let me push E. Alright, anyway. Do I buy another broadsword for the meme? I don't think I care that much. Here, let's repair a ring. And then, like I said, we don't have anything else we need to, like, upgrade, per se, right? We're pretty much done with that side of things. I guess I could use the bone fist, just because, like, that is funny as shit. How much would it take to upgrade the bone fist entirely? Again, should we want to completely? Let's see, I would need 6 more twinklings. Alright, let's do that. That sounds like a hoot. It's not worth it to go into the DLC to get more of it, but... Ah, yes. You know what? Actually, I think we're, like, concerningly low on Titanite chunks for the Lion Mage stuff. But we were at one point trying to upgrade the Lion Mage stuff, but, like, I just don't care. Sure. And those are the same. We just don't have a consistent source of chunks right now. And God knows I don't care enough to actually seek them out. I'll be around, should you suck my crack. Yeah. 74. 28 more times. Let's see if we can get there in the next 40 minutes, huh? Alright. And actually, I do kind of want to see what the bone fist do. Literally never used it. Heard it's real fun. So, 243. Alright. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Okay, I get it now. I need to burn a bonfire aesthetic. This Street Fighter ass moveset. Hell yeah. Just punching dudes for the rest of this. I'm alright. I mean, I guess I have a Cestus, don't I? Can I power stance punching weapons? Oh, that's cool. Just in case you wanted to have a like kung fu ass moveset for... Okay, yep, I'm into it. All right. This might be how we go through the back half. Is it worth it to go far enough into the Ivory King DLC? I did pick up that key. Yes, I burned a bonfire aesthetic. Okay. Tempting. Probably not to get the other bone fist, but... It's just fun to punch stuff. Like, that's so cool. Ugh. I did get a couple awe stones in my adventures. Hit him with the 1-2. Now the real question is, how do I kind of want to see what it's like to kill this crystal lizard with this. Ah. In short, it's difficult. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, the beauty of doing these loops and everything, we do get to just kind of play around and do a bunch of goofy shit. Because why not? Like I said, we've been using the fume sword for a while. So, like, changing it up a little bit is kind of fun. Plus Mad Warrior dual bone fists. Why not? The Predator was a, you know, hand-to-hand combat master, so. You know, that being said, one of the funniest memes that actually made me, like, laugh out loud recently was a picture of Donald Trump and Elon Musk shaking hands, and under it was just the title card for Alien versus Predator, and, brilliant. Like, whoever put that together deserves a medal. Alright, man. Oh, it's got the drop kick. That's cool. Okay. Yep, normal punch jumping attack. That's just real cool. Okay. Yep, that's truly annoying. Okay. We're probably going to switch back to our big bonk to kill that crystal lizard a few more times. It's fine. See, I don't understand what makes that dude aggro. Like, because he just kind of does, and then he just kind of doesn't sometimes. It's real annoying. Okay, let's get our standard back together, I guess. Fine, we'll deal 649 AR. Ugh, twist my arm. Was that... I don't know. Yes, I got the thing. It's fine. And again, worst case scenario, I just went and got that one poppable, and here we are. I think I did just do that and didn't go get the thing, but it's fine. Here we are. I really wanted that Twinkling Titanite. I'll watch this back and kick myself later if that's what just happened. It's fine. We're back. And we're back in full regalia, so. Need to kill this crystal lizard like 6 more times. I get the feeling we'll be able to accomplish that. Okay. There we go. Okay, let's actually remember to go get the Soul of a Great Hero. This time. The Old Knight Great Sword. Old Knight. Great sword, though. Alright. Vámonos. Vaya con Dios, amigo. Okay. 77 is the current cycle, so I should have 75 Souls of a Great Hero, unless I messed up. Sorry about that, y'all. Oof. I messed up. That's fine. Okay, whatever. 25 more times. It's fine. Oh. Hey, dude. Wasn't expecting you to come all the way out here. Nice of you to meet me. Alright. Fistingus. Grab the ascetic. out. Kill this specific lizard. Literally only because I think it'll be funny to use the bone fist with its Street Fighter ass moveset. Once again, like, what specifically aggroes that one? Because for whatever reason, he doesn't seem to care as long as you just, like, jet by him. Super weird. Who knows? Ooh, the R1 didn't go through on that for whatever reason, but it was okay anyway. Never doubt. The hero Durgo, an expert bowwoman. Perhaps, perhaps, perhaps. Hey! Someone in the Faram armor with the big bunk? Love to see it. Cute. Rootin' tootin' to boot. Man, I don't care about the 1400 souls anymore. I just don't. Like, we're at the point now where I can upgrade anything. I'd still need a, I would still need chunks, but again, whatever. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. Landed on it. And back. Ooh. Burn the ascetic. Now, realistically, if we wanted to, I don't even have to make the run over there anymore. Unfortunately, though, I do want to, because I kind of want the twinkling. So I can finish upgrading the bone fist. The boner fist. Like I said, don't really care about him anymore. Like, I don't care enough to actually kill the enemies anymore, except for this specific crystal lizard. There we go. What was that? 3 more? Okay. Up and up. Let's go get the main event. Nice. Can have PTSD about this particular zip line for the rest of the time I ever play this game again. So, which we will. I mean, like I said, once I get through Dark Souls 3 and have completed it and I can allow myself to mod it per my own personal parameters for allowing myself to mod games, I will feel a lot more justified. Yep. There we go. But we'll come back around and do the archery only run for this, because I did it on Dark Souls 1, so why not? Don't know why they didn't kill that guy. Your guess is as good as mine. Okay, used all my stamina like a dingus. Pain in the ass, crystal lizard. We're almost to the point we're not going to be able to kill the crystal lizard anymore because we're going to top out on large titanite shards. So there's that. My greed and hubris in killing that crystal lizard. Okay. Real quick. Again, I'm at 77. And then we have 8, so I literally need to kill it one more time. Okay. Let's go get this soul. Do that loop one more time, and then I think we're just done doing that side of this. I don't care anymore. I want to be done with this. So we're just going to use the bonfire aesthetics we have. It'll be fine. Hit R1 there. Decided not to read the input. I don't know either. I keep like slinking down in this chair. Like I clearly want to play video games down here. Terrible for your posture, as it turns out. Okay. Because what, we have like 50 of the Souls of a Brave Warrior now? Which again is more just top off than anything. It's not even necessary. Yeah, 54. So, like, plenty. Oh. Dude, man, McCool, you came all the way over here for that. Get out of here. I'm only killing you because it's the last time I'm running through here like this, so count your blessings. There we go. Okay. Once again, we'll come up here for old time's sake. And you know what? Just because it's the last time, get the fuck out of here. We'll even do a little bit more exploring than we've been doing. How about that? Ah, a raw stone. Well, cool. I guess we'll go pick up our third dragon tooth too. Why not? Might as well actually clear this area. Why not? Bye, Sleepy. I hear the clicking. Don't like it. What's this drop down to? Oh, this is where that dude was. Yep. Get out. Ah, another Titanite. Another. There's so many crystal lizards here. Jesus. Oh, did I piss off the dragon? Hey, a chunk. Do I want to find out what this is going to be like? Because our damage is bad. No. Oh, no, we just died. Alright, well. Okay. I made the dragon mad. Because I was trying to get a crystal lizard like a nerd. Well, I mean, screw it, right? Worst case scenario, we lose 70k. Like, again, the amount of souls that we currently have just doesn't matter. It's more than 100k for us to level at this point. Like, I don't care. Ooh, because that would have been way too far. Got lucky on that one. Whew. The giant stone axe. Got a stone in my axe hole. Ba-da-da. Okay, this is actually the last time we'll do this, because I don't fucking care. Come on, nerd. So there is still a sweet spot on that, by the way. Annoyingly. Just in case we lose the 70k, you never know. That guy was real mad. There we go. Okay. And now... Hey, buddy, one more time for old time's sake, right? Hey, dark pine resin. 'Cause sure. There we go. Again, for old time's sake, why not? Pick this up for one more cycle, huh? Okay. We want to get our 4th dragon too? No. Well, that was a hoot. Okay. We wanted to get one more twinkling, right? Okay. There we go. The first dragon ring. You are the first dragon. Much different vibe. Man. We're real flimmy right now. It's just, it's spring ending. Like, good lord. Madular. I don't really want to talk to more than a couple people, so. So what, I need 4 more of these? Sure as shit don't need a slab, honey. Oh, I'll please. Nothing needs repairing, so at least that's a bonus. Let's see. Oh, I guess I only needed 1 more. Whatever. Alright. And then we were 2 twinklings over what we needed to. Joy of joys. Okay. If you make it back. I'll be around if you want to shove it in my crack. You know what, Chloanne? Just for you. Just for you. I'm gonna buy the rest of your Titanite. And one twinkling. Just so I feel pretty. And you feel like you've done something. Ah, and then she just gives you 1. He is your dad. Oi, smell my penis. That's what I think. Thankfully, we have those +10 robes now. If you make it back. if you shove it in my ass. All right. Humanity restored. Restored. Bonfire level 84. Only 18 more. Only 18 more times. So I think we will finish this today. Because now I literally just have to zip line and come back. We have shortcutted this to the point where it does not matter anymore. Cool. And a cheers to you. Coca-Cola. Share a Coke with a friend. Or, you know, whatever. Like, I can't tell if it's just because I'm a Georgia boy or not, but, like, I do really love Coca-Cola. Like, man. It's certainly in my top 3 sodas of all time. Probably, like, kind of two basic answers, then, like, one oddball. But it's probably Coke, Dr. Pepper, and then Cheerwine. If you've ever had Cheerwine, it's from the East Coast. I think it was made in North Carolina originally. It's a cherry soda, but it has some of that cola to it. It's so good. There's no caffeine in it, so I actually wonder if there is actually like cola nut to it, but so good. Good Lord. Okay. I need to burn a bonfire aesthetic for that to work. I'll eat your children. Oh, oh. I want to turn the song Video Killed the Radio Star just into a bunch of like unhinged Mike Tyson quotes. How many does that give us? We at 90? 84. Okay. We're getting there. We are annoyingly close. Okay, 84. So you have 15 to go. Like I said, we're chugging along at this point, so. What is done cannot be undone. What is done cannot be undone. I'll eat your children. Whoa, whoa. Figured I'd give that one to you. Use that as a thumbnail face. Did we just got back here, right? Yeah, so. What am I doing? There we go. I think I'm losing it more because I realize I'm in like I'm like right at the bottom of the hill. And so we're coming up on the finish line, so like I'm extra. Okay. Nice. 85. I can't drive 85. Like, it's funny that there was like a song by Sammy Hagar, a guy who once was the lead singer for Van Halen, where he's just shouting about how crappy his car is and trying to contest a speeding ticket because his car was so shitty it couldn't actually get up to 55 miles per hour. And then like 10 years later, somebody came along and tried to like make an updated version of that song, but they arbitrarily changed it to 65. This could be just a really specific memory of mine, and this is some Mandela effect shit, but like for whatever reason I have a really distinct memory of someone doing like a slightly heavier cover of that song and just upping the mileage by 10. Like, is that just like a cute make the story more personal to you kind of thing, or did you really think that like 65, like the speed at which he was getting caught speeding was the real line on how badass he was? Let me know if I'm crazy, because it's very possible that I am crazy. I don't know. This may have been a dream I had, and it's just stuck with me as a memory since I was a child, but that is something that I think about every once in a while. 86. We're really crushing it now. We're moving and shaking. We're getting along. Yep. America run, no dun dun. Ooh-wee. There we go. Ahoy. $87. 12 more. Right? 89. I'm stupid. 10 more. Good. Yes. What is done cannot be no done done. Come on. Thank you. Ugh. Finally on the countdown for this. Good Lord. Like, holy shit, we might actually get to make progress today. All right. Nine more. Where are you is my question. Because you know what? If you can get to me, we can fight. On this tiny platform. Because I'm cool with it. TikTok Clarice. Well, I'm not waiting for you, bud. Got other stuff to do, and I've only got 500 souls. I really don't care. Like, dying is just as much a shortcut to the bonfire as using the feather. Admittedly, this does take longer, but whatever. We have 90 great souls now, so. Ooh, someone dual-wielding watching poles? Like I said, I would have just went through all of New Game Plus with 2 Berserker blades, but we only got 1. And I was like, if we're gonna, like, if we had gotten both, we would have just went full, like, even weapons cosplay, but, like, we didn't, so we didn't. 8 more. 8. Bruh, he ate. I don't know either, man. I don't know. So we'll end up with 6 bonfire ascetics still. 6 of them. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. I'm clicking B as quickly as a man can click. What? Hey, it doesn't kill us anymore. Actually, I just realized we don't have any like long range options to like cheese the Dragon Knights. We actually do get to have an honorable duel with them. Ooh. For whatever reason, once again, the R1 decided not to go in, but we made it anyway. Into the world of the mighty Wumbus. Doesn't roll off the tongue as well because it's 2 syllables, but you know. That show's theme song was my ringtone for a very long time. Oogie. Yep. Okay. Seven. Don't worry, it wasn't only like 2 3/4 streams of grinding to get this done. Oh my god. Get on with it. Honestly, I want to download a mod for this just so that what is done can't be undone is faster. Like, good god. This is really the only place I could think of where you would want to do multiple, like, bonfire ascetics back to back this quickly. So, like, that's its own trial and tribulation, but still. Good lord. It's the cat from the emote. Oh, by the way, 6 left. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Thank you. Unless I am once again bad at counting, which is possible. There we go. Scoop-diddy-whoop. Whoop-de-scoop. 95. 4 more, baby. I was bad at counting. Let's go. Cuatro más. Ugh. Lord. Yeah. So I already wasn't going to try to complete Dark Souls 2 again before, but now I'm definitely not. Like, God, if I never have to do this again, I'll be fucking stoked. Again, I know I'm doing this to myself. Like, it's not that hard to go through and beat stuff on New Game Plus Plus. It's just, God, I don't want to. 3 more. 3. You want to ring the bell? Ah, the Giants can ship. Hiya. Alright, don't get cocky now that we're close to the end. 2 left. So very close. We're so close. We're so very close. It's going to be huge. It's going to be a lot of souls all at once. Two more, two more, two more, two more. For whatever reason, that reminded me of an old stupid joke. Guy's walking down the street and he comes across like a fence, and behind the fence he can just hear a bunch of people chanting like really loudly, like 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, and he's like, what the hell? And so he's walking around the fence and he finally finds like, you know, a big enough like eye hole basically. Excuse me, good lord. He finally finds like a big enough eye hole basically to like look through, and he puts his eye up and like doesn't see a whole lot, and then just a stick stabs him in the eye. And then as he's like reeling back, he hears people chanting behind the fence, 5, 5. So that's the whole joke, but it makes me happy. All right, last one. And it is 7 p.m., so the timing could not be better. Hiya. I flubbed it on literally the last one. Yeah. I'm almost not surprised. A part of me was like, fuck it, just leave. Like, we're done. Get out of here. But you know what? We're finishing this with all 99 of them. Like, you'll probably find a Soul of the Great Hero going through the last couple bits of this. And I'm probably right. But you know what? That's not the principle of the thing. $99 Souls of a Great Hero. And right at 7 p.m. Well, and just to prove it, I literally can't carry anymore. So, I mean, I think I could put them in like the bottomless box, but shh. I'm not doing this more. It's fine. So I could really fuck up and just use them, but we won't do that. Let's actually leave this godforsaken bonfire and go to Aldea's Keep, not Aldea's Keep, whatever the hell this actual place is called. Get the hell out of here. Go across the motion sickness bridge. Cool. Dragon Shrine. That's what it is. See? I remember things. Explosions. Aldea dialogue we're going to skip through. Yep. Please go away so I can light this bonfire. I don't care. I'm so proud of you for being Aldea, my guy. I'm not going to fight you. And I think this is the last time I have to talk to you, so go away. Okay. Well, let's go see how annoying these, like, honorable duels are gonna be, huh? What's up, bro? Not too bad. Got it. What's up, bro? I think there's another bonfire setting back here. I don't remember what's in this chest. Is this now a mimic? Oh. Why are there so many death spots here? That's interesting. 3 bonfire ascetics. Well. If we had but known. And if I recall, there actually is something cool behind this, but Lord knows I don't remember what it is, and we have 1,000 Pharos Lockstones, so screw it. I just felt special doing that. I don't know. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. Cool. Whatever. Happy we could be here, folks. All right, let's get the hell out of here. One more honorable duel. Air quotes, honorable duel. Super happy you were here. Hey, he actually got a couple hits in, so, you know, good for him. He was at least more effective than his friend. Ah, you're more fragile than the others. Interesting. There we go. Honestly, we just kill him because it's a pain in the ass to open this door otherwise. Like I said, let's make real progress. Let's go talk to the ancient dragon at least. Let's see. And then was there an item at the end of these, or is there a guy? I don't remember. Whatever. We'll go fight the dragon's champion or whatever. However he wants to be known. There we go. We'll fight him the old-fashioned way. Ah. Didn't want to give us that one. Does this count as an honorable duel? If I'm just cheesing your boy? Because that's what's going to happen. Oh, he got one on. Good for him. Wish they'd given these dudes clapping animation. That would have been fucking great. Alright. Appreciate you boys keeping us safe or whatever you're doing here. Okay, let's get the hell out of here. I don't speak backwards dragon or whatever. Whatever Baron the Castle said that one time. Yep. Hey, woohoo, joy of joys. Yep. Yep. Actual progress. Oh, my message was rated or whatever. I think it's the only reason that sound plays. And we ain't been back here in a while. Yeah. Ooh. Bye, buddy. I hope you find your dad. Man, we didn't even care enough to come get this item. We were really cruising through here, huh? A poppable soul. Okay. Just realized I don't care. Meaning we never opened this chest either. Oh. Quaint. Y'all are just adorable. Wasn't even aiming for you, man. Now I will. Like, don't die at this point. Come on, man. Well, there we go. Kill it like the rest. There we go. We'll deal with you in a second. The The Grand Lance. Who is Lance? Why is he grand? We don't know. Amber Herbs. It's Johnny Depp's ex-wife. Ha 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 ha. There we go. Always on the second one. I love that he just lays there and waits for it, too. Like, that's real uncomfortable, my guy. Alright. Put on the ring. Get this shit over with. Super happy we were here. Hurry. There we go. Okay. The place unbeknownst. Yeah, because there's a fragrante branche over here. An F-boy, some might even say. Alright, well, that means next stream we will beat the Giant Lord and then go beat Nashandra. So, potentially, the next stream, which for Dark Souls 2 will probably be Monday, just because I need a break from Dark Souls 2 for a little bit. But that means we'll probably finish, which is awesome. Like, thank God. This series has gone on for a very long time, so I'm pretty happy about that. But yeah, you know, if you've joined me on this journey at all, come see the finale. More than likely the finale next time. And we'll get it rolling. We'll move on to Dark Souls 3 and start the same process. But like I said, if you've enjoyed this at all, feel free to come hang out with me. I am playing games at around 5:30 Eastern Time, PM. Monday through Friday, but I skip one day in the week. This particular week it happens to be Friday, but it might change in the future. I'm not holding myself to that necessarily, but check around 5:30. If you want to know if I definitely am playing games that day, check my socials, like around 5:15, 5:30. I post memes and silly things about the game I'm going to be playing that particular day on those socials. Watch Me Be Bad at on Twitter and Bluesky, and Watch Me Be Bad at Stuff on Instagram. And then, you know, Watch Me Be Bad at Stuff is also the name of my YouTube channel. If you're watching this on Twitch, come check out my YouTube channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought about all this and how gratifying it was to finally hit 99 of those god dang souls. I'm happy it's over. Like I said, that may have been all an effort and futility, but like I said, I want to just walk through New Game Plus like, you know, new phone who dis to everybody. Just like, I'm out, finishing this, I'm done. So, like I said, realistically, 3 bosses stand between us and finishing this entire series. Ideally. It'll be really soul-crushing if we get to Welliger and he buy those 2 miracles, buy the 2 things we're missing, and it doesn't finish for us. I'll be absolutely impossibly gutted. But that is yet to be seen. Again, the expected finale will be probably Monday. But like I said, I've been Wumbus. Watch me be bad at stuff. Thanks a million for being here. Thanks a million for watching. Let me wake up my EBB. 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 But I've been Wumbus. Watch me be bad at stuff. Thanks a million for being here. Thanks a million for watching. We'll see you next time. Hit him with the righty ho. Have a good night, everybody.